Welcome to another episode of the Divorce Lawyers podcast, brought to you by DivorceLawyers.ca, your trusted source for family and divorce law in Ontario, Canada. I'm Deepa Taylor. For this episode, we will be diving into an essential topic for those navigating family law, collaborative practice. Today's episode, titled Essential Collaborative Practice Insights, will provide you with a comprehensive understanding of what collaborative practice entails and how it can benefit those going through a separation or divorce. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is collaborative practice? At its core, collaborative practice is a non-adversarial approach to resolving family law disputes. It's designed to keep matters out of the courtroom and to foster an environment where both parties can work together, with the help of their respective lawyers, to reach a mutually agreeable resolution. In collaborative practice, all participants, including the lawyers and any additional professionals involved, agree to work towards a settlement without resorting to litigation. This means that if the process breaks down and one party decides to go to court, the entire collaborative team, including the lawyers, must withdraw from the case. This commitment is crucial because it encourages everyone to stay engaged in the process and work towards a resolution. Now that we have an overview, let's delve into some key elements that make collaborative practice unique and effective. First, it's important to understand that this process is voluntary. Both parties must agree to participate and commit to resolving their issues without going to court. This voluntary nature sets the tone for a cooperative rather than adversarial approach. Another critical element is transparency. In collaborative practice, there is a full and honest exchange of information between both parties. This openness is essential for building trust and ensuring that both sides can make informed decisions. One of the challenges clients often express is the concern about losing their lawyer if the case ends up in court. While this can be daunting, it's also a powerful motivator to remain committed to the collaborative process. By understanding what's at stake and the potential costs, both financial and emotional, it encourages parties to find a resolution within the collaborative framework. Many people confuse collaborative practice with mediation, so let's clarify the difference. Mediation involves a neutral third party, known as a mediator, who helps facilitate negotiations between the parties. However, mediators typically do not provide legal advice or advocate for either side. The mediator's role is to help the parties reach an agreement, which they then take to their respective lawyers for review. In contrast, collaborative practice includes lawyers throughout the negotiation process. These lawyers have specialized training in collaborative law and are committed to keeping settlement as the top priority. Unlike mediation, where legal advice might be sought separately, in collaborative practice, the lawyers are actively involved in crafting solutions that are legally sound and equitable for both parties. One of the strengths of collaborative practice is its team approach. The collaborative team typically includes the two parties and their respective lawyers, but it can also involve other professionals such as financial experts, child specialists, or mental health professionals. This team works together to address all aspects of the separation, from financial arrangements to parenting plans. Clients sometimes worry about the cost of involving multiple professionals, but it's important to remember that these costs are often shared between the parties and can be more cost-effective in the long run. By bringing in specialists, you're ensuring that each aspect of the separation is handled by an expert, which can prevent costly mistakes and reduce the overall stress of the process. Let's compare collaborative practice to the traditional litigation route. In a traditional divorce, the court system and judges are heavily involved in resolving disputes, often leading to a combative and adversarial process. This can take an emotional toll on everyone involved, especially the children. Collaborative practice, on the other hand, is designed to be non-adversarial. The focus is on finding a solution that works for both parties, rather than fighting to win in court. This approach can reduce the emotional strain of the breakup and help maintain a more amicable relationship between the parties, which is particularly important when children are involved. Respect is a cornerstone of collaborative practice. The process is guided by principles of compassion, understanding, and cooperation. All professionals involved are trained in non-confrontational negotiation techniques, which help keep discussions focused on agreement rather than conflict. Effective communication is key. One of the benefits of collaborative practice is that it helps establish good communication patterns that can continue even after the legal process is over. This is especially important for co-parenting arrangements, where ongoing cooperation and communication are essential. So, how does collaborative practice actually work? First, both parties hire their own collaboratively trained lawyer. Everyone involved signs a collaborative practice agreement, committing to the process and agreeing not to go to court. Meetings are held in a neutral location, often at one of the lawyer's offices, where the team works together to negotiate and finalize the terms of the separation. Throughout this process, honesty and transparency are paramount. There's a commitment to not take advantage of any mistakes and to work together towards a solution that benefits both parties. This mutual problem-solving approach is what makes collaborative practice so effective in resolving family law disputes. One of the major benefits of collaborative practice is its focus on the future. Rather than getting bogged down in the past, the collaborative process encourages parties to think about what's best for their future, especially when children or family businesses are involved. This forward-looking approach helps to create agreements that are sustainable and work for everyone in the long term. By focusing on shared interests rather than rigid positions, collaborative practice often leads to more satisfactory outcomes for both parties. It's about finding solutions that everyone can live with, rather than one side winning at the expense of the other. Another common question is about the pace of collaborative practice. How long does it take? The answer is that it depends. Every family is different, and so is every case. However, collaborative practice generally allows for a more flexible and efficient timeline compared to traditional litigation. Because the process is driven by the participants, rather than being dictated by court schedules, it can move at a pace that suits the needs of both parties. This can be especially beneficial when one party needs more time to come to terms with the separation, or when there are complex financial or parenting issues to resolve. If you're considering collaborative practice, the first step is to consult with a lawyer who is trained in this area. For personalized guidance, please consult one of our family lawyers by visiting DivorceLawyers.ca. We can help you understand whether this approach is right for your situation and guide you through the process. There are also a number of resources available for those interested in learning more. Organizations like the International Academy of Collaborative Professionals, IACP, and the Ontario Association of Collaborative Professionals, OACP, offer educational materials, videos, and information on finding a collaborative professional in your area. That wraps up our discussion on essential collaborative practice insights. I hope you found this episode informative and that it gave you a clearer understanding of how collaborative practice works and why it might be the right choice for you. If you have any questions or would like to explore whether collaborative practice is suitable for your situation, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at DivorceLawyers.ca. We're here to help guide you through this challenging time with compassion and expertise. Thank you for joining us today on the Divorce Lawyers podcast. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes, and feel free to leave a review if you found this content helpful. Until next time, take care.